Hello, my name is Bill DeMeo and I'm a guide dog handler. You see, I have retinitis pigmentosa. It's a slow blinding disease. It kicked in when I was about 53 years of age. I'll be 63 in July, and I was lucky enough to get a beautiful German Shepherd from Fidelco about 10 years ago. See, I have Isaac over here, my big boy. He was my first guide dog. Fidelco's mission is to give freedom and independence to people with blindness. And boy, these dogs certainly do. After 8 years of hard work, Isaac was able to be retired and stay with us in our home. And I was lucky enough for Fidelco to give me another dog, Lyric, my little princess over here, for the last 2 years. These dogs are tremendous, and I can't tell you how wonderful they are and how they change your life positively. I'm hoping today that you would consider donating to Fidelco so they can continue their mission of training well-established German Shepherds, helpful dogs that change people's lives that have blindness. You see, they asked me to talk a little bit about the dogs and how they affect me. Well, there was 4 things that happen when I speak to schools and nonprofits and businesses. 4 things I totally underestimated, and I use the initials CSSI. C stands for companionship. See, these dogs are my best friends. They're with me within 4 feet of me at all times. The S stands for security. You see, I didn't want any other dog but a German Shepherd, and that's all Fidelco does. You see, they have a presence, and when I walk down the sidewalks in busy cities, people seem to part the way and give room for me and the dogs to go through. So security is a big deal. Unfortunately, it's sad, but it's true, that every day in the year, a blind person in this country is hit over the head and they steal their wallets. Not a good thing. Not likely to happen with a German Shepherd by your side. The other S stands for sociability. See, these are social magnets. People talk to me all the time about their dogs, how smart their dogs are, how much they eat, how much they weigh, etc. It's really neat. And then the I stands for intelligent disobedience. I don't know how Fidelco trainers do it. They're fabulous. But when I come into a situation and there might be a big hole in front of me and I tell the dog to go forward, they know it's dangerous. They go to plan B and they overrule my command and take me to safety. It's phenomenal. So I hope today, by learning a little bit about blindness and a little bit about guide dogs, I hope that you tell your friends, your neighbors, everybody, and yourself to please think about donating before June 30th, because that's the end of the budget year for Fidelco. If you could donate before June 30th, any amount of money, it would be greatly appreciated. You would help Fidelco continue their mission of training fabulous German Shepherds to help people in this country that have blindness. See, you can help change the world through Fidelco and then them to us. Big shout out to puppy raisers. They're doing God's work. I really appreciate them and all blind people do. And I hope that you donate to Fidelco. Thanks for listening.
my guide dog from Fidelco. Her public name is Ava, and she has been one of the best things in my entire life that has ever happened to me. I got her in 2015. She is 7 years old, and honestly, she has just as much energy and focus as when she was 2. People ask me all the time, why do you want to get a dog instead of a cane? And you know what? The honest truth is that when I have this dog, I am less blind. The dog is incredible, and not just because she helps me avoid benches and telephone poles. There's so much more to having that set of eyes with you, combined with the bond that you build from the companionship, the exercise, the constant practicing, the love. Having a guide dog doesn't mean you just get to go to sleep and walk down the street. It means you get a partner, and you combine your skills with the dog's skills, and you form this much more cohesive, quick, safe, protected, bonded team. And it is one of the most incredible aspects of my life, and I wouldn't give it up for anything.
Hello, I'm Brad Snyder, Paralympic gold medalist in the sport of swimming and a Tokyo hopeful in the sport of triathlon. And this is Timber. Timber is my new Fidelco German Shepherd guide dog who I just adopted and just finished a 10-day placement with. For the last 10 days, Timber and I have been walking all over Princeton, New Jersey, where I live, where I just moved last July so that I could get a PhD degree. The last year has been very challenging. Throughout the pandemic, most universities, in fact all universities across the United States, were not able to hold courses in person, and we've been doing everything by Zoom. This was especially challenging for me, not having been in college since 2006. Doing everything over Zoom was difficult and not the experience I was hoping for out of my PhD. Ever since the vaccine is rolled out, I've been really excited about the prospect of being able to go to class independently and really enjoy the PhD experience. But without a guide dog, that was going to be really challenging. Timber is going to enable me to autonomously go to all of my classes and really make the most of my experience being here at Princeton University, and I'm super excited about that. Guide dogs help us overcome adversity, and hopefully myself and Timber here can be an inspiration for those who are still facing the challenges of the global pandemic. Despite the challenges of the last year, Fidelco hasn't stopped providing their important service to blind folks like me, enabling autonomy through German Shepherd guide dogs. If you have $1 in your pocket and a moment to spare, please support Fidelco today.
So in light of everything that has happened this year, what have I learned about myself? It's not necessarily something new, but something that I need the reminder about, that I constantly learn that I'm stronger than I think I am. When I first met Borley, that was a pretty cool moment in time. I had just lost Grady, and our house became very empty without him. And listen to me even getting still a little choked up. So Grady was a very big dog. He was a very tall dog. He was 100 pounds. His head came a little bit above my hips. We kind of looked a little mismatched. So then when I met Borley, he was this very lovable little dog to me. He blew me away because when Chris came with him and he just walked right up to me, and it was immediate, kisses and hugs and, like wanting me to pet him. And like I said, it was instantaneous. Okay, I love this little guy already. He's my partner. I can't go anywhere without him. Me losing Grady and then getting Borley so quickly afterwards. You know, I wasn't sure if I was ready, and I was stronger than I thought then, because welcoming him and there was no learning to love him. I just loved him.